What is going on? Now, first of all, I'm really shocked because, mind you, I'm not there. We haven't called each other husband and wife in a long time. I'm like, what is going on right
keep
now?
my wife's name
out of your mouth, right? And I'm like, but now I'm really worried for Will because I don't know what's going on. And Chris looks to me and he says, Jada, I meant no harm.
Will Smith's Oscar outburst may have seemed like a momentary lapse of control, but it exposed something much deeper, a fractured relationship that had been quietly unraveling for years. Now, with Jada Pinkett Smith reportedly announcing a divorce, fans are exhaling a collective finally. Their marriage, once admired, has become Hollywood's longest-running train wreck. The fallout from the entanglement era has lingered like a bad smell. Once held up as relationship goals, Will and Jada are now cautionary figures in conversations about loyalty, ego, and identity. It all started to spiral publicly in 2020.
I actually sat down with Will and had a conversation due to the transformation from their marriage to life partnership that they've spoken on several times, and it, not involving romanticism. He gave me his blessing. And I totally gave myself to that relationship for years of my life.
August Alsina confessed to a relationship with Jada, which Will allegedly approved. The internet exploded. I actually sat down with Will and had a conversation. He gave me his blessing, Alsina admitted. What followed wasn't just memes, it was an identity crisis for Will. Fans began seeing him as a man desperately clinging to a marriage that no longer existed. Still, the couple tried to spin it as a life partnership, not a traditional union. They rebranded pain as purpose, heartache as evolution. In 2023, Jada's memoir Worthy flipped the script even further. She confirmed what many suspected. She and Will had been separated since 2016. Meanwhile, Will's 2021 autobiography touched on infidelity, emotional distance, and his endless quest for approval. Turns out, their connection was more business merger than love story. They didn't sign a prenup because Jada reportedly promised Will there would never be a divorce. That vow now feels more like PR than passion. Then came the slap. At the 2022 Oscars, Will stormed the stage and slapped Chris Rock over a joke about Jada. It was a bizarre moment of misplaced chivalry. Will initially laughed, then caught Jada's reaction and snapped. "Keep my wife's name out of your fucking mouth," he yelled. The backlash was instant. Will lost roles, endorsements, and credibility. Jada? She distanced herself. In her book, she made it clear they weren't even a couple at that point. "We weren't even together like that," she said. "We were family, but not a couple." That hit fans hard. Will took a career blow for someone who didn't even publicly support him. And Jada's silence during the storm? Deafening. The slap was more than a moment. It was a metaphor for everything that had gone wrong between them. Since then, Will's been a man on the move. He's dropped an album, taken to the streets of London to perform, and sparked headlines with Spanish singer India Martinez. The two are cozy, on stage and off. From viral photos to on-stage chemistry, it's clear he's moved on emotionally.
Dear Will Smith, someone has to say it, Jada don't want you no more. When she bought the farm in Maryland and she decided that that was gonna be her thing, you should have left her right here in the good state of Maryland. Let me tell you why. I think Jada married Will because obviously he was like a great catch, right? It's Will Smith. He's on the precipice of being this major superstar. He accomplishes all of those things. And I think she was pressured from family and friends and outside influences. I don't think it's what Jada wanted to do. Jada is not happy with herself. I think now that she's promoting her book Worthy and she's getting more in depth about her relationship with Tupac that was platonic, but at one point he did ask her to marry him. She turned him down, so then he friend-zoned her. I think that's one of the biggest regrets of her life. And so Will is paying for all of that because Jada picked her second choice. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, he's the consolation prize. Like, okay, I'll take Will.
And so I'm gonna be honest with you. I am extremely happy that Will is finally waking up and seeing this for who she is.
According to insiders, Will is emotionally checked out, and whispers about divorce lawyers are growing louder. With no prenup in place, the financial fallout could be massive. Some speculate the divorce could be one of the most expensive in Hollywood history. Some say Will's never looked freer. Others think it's about time. Even fans who once rooted for their union admit the love left the building years ago. What's left is brand management and mutual fatigue. Jada's revelations about Tupac, her regrets, and the truth about their marriage have only added fuel to the fire. Her words painted Will not as a partner, but as a fallback, the safe bet she chose after losing her first love. And what does Will get for his loyalty? Public humiliation, a damaged legacy, and a marriage that's long outlived its purpose. People have started to see Will not as the charismatic Fresh Prince, but as a man trapped in a toxic dynamic he kept trying to fix. They've tried everything: therapy, books, public confessions. But maybe what they needed most was honesty. Brutal, clear-eyed honesty about who they are and what they want. And more importantly, what they no longer are: a couple. Will and Jada's kids are grown. Their careers are distinct. And their bond, once ironclad, is now just obligation. The myth of their perfect marriage is over, and that's okay. This isn't a tragedy, it's a release, a chance for both of them to start fresh and find peace outside the spotlight, to rediscover their individual truths without being tethered to an outdated narrative. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith were once Hollywood royalty. Today, they're a masterclass in what happens when image overshadows authenticity, when staying together for the brand overshadows the people inside it. So what's next? A clean break? A quiet settlement? Or more staged reconciliations and co-branded ventures? Either way, fans are watching closely, and with sharper eyes than before. Maybe now they can finally write separate stories. Real ones, unfiltered, unpackaged, unscripted. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned. Because this isn't just celebrity gossip, it's real life, real consequences, and real talk.